you want to know my opinion on what I think, just keep on watching. Hey guys, what's good? It's your girl Nisi here and I'm back with another video, and in today's video, oh my gosh, I feel like such a proud auntie. Miss Blu Ivy, come to the front. I said come to the front. So Beyonce's on her world tour for Cowboy Carter and she kicked off in Inglewood, and out of nowhere, Blu Ivy just took over the show. It's just like, did we come to see Blu Ivy or did we come to see Beyonce? Like, but they had some really good moments on there. Rumi came. She came on and she was just like, I think she's like 6 years old, so she was just being a typical kid and just so excited. She's better than me because at 6 years old, just like so many people and so many eyes on you and cameras, I would have been like, that stage fright. I would have been like, well, yeah, she's hugging on her mom, and we have it like, it's so beautiful just to see like the generation, like, and just to see them all. Obviously, she did a whole dedication to her son, Sir Carter. There's rumors that he's on the spectrum or he has disabilities, but obviously they've come out and he's just like, he doesn't like crowds, he doesn't like noises, so it makes sense that he's obviously, not at the concerts and things like that. But yeah, so like I said, Miss Blu Ivy, she stole the show. The Beehive are going crazy, like out of where, you know what I mean? Like, I'm here for it because with the Renaissance tour, she did get dragged. They were like, girl, you can't dance, you're scared, you're stiff, yada, yada, yada. So this time, you know what I mean? She's had training, you know what I mean? She's probably had one on one choreographer, training like her mama. Like, I hope she's getting paid for this because, you know what I mean? Like, dancing is not easy, but hitting all those steps, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm gonna roll the clip and I will be back with my commentary. Jeez, look at this. Like, guys, did you see what I just saw? Like, that's mad. So with the first dance routine, I didn't even know that was from Beyonce's Super Bowl performance. But Blue Ivy, like, just out of nowhere, she literally went back because, like, no shade, telling the truth, her Renaissance performance wasn't that good. Because of her age, especially America. You guys, like them little black girls, especially in the hood, they can dance. They know how to throw it down, and a lot of like the TikTok trends, dancing trends do come from black girls from the hood, and then it gets taken over by like popular TikTok creators who are mostly Caucasian. But yes, listen, she took all that criticism, all that hate, she went back, trained, and then she's just like, who? Who are you talking about? Especially when she did that long ass walk. 1 minute she's walking like Beyonce, then she's walking like Naomi Campbell, like who? And you know what's mad? It's because she's so tall. It's hard to forget that she's only 13 years old, but the confidence is grown so much from the Renaissance tour, which was only like a year ago or even a couple of months. Because even when Beyonce dropped details that she was going on tour again, people were like, "You just did Renaissance?" Like, huh? But yeah, obviously people are calling, oh, this is was it nepotism, and it's just like, oh, here we go, you know what I mean? But she actually has talent. Like for me, beyond gosh, see, Beyonce, Blue Ivy is the bees as well. Blue Ivy's living her best life this year. You know what I mean? She's in the new Mufasa film. Obviously, she went on tour with her mum for Renaissance, and now she's back on tour with her mum. And I'm sure she's been doing a couple of other projects. Obviously, she's been featured on her mum's album before. So right now, at this point, she's living her best life. Now, the thing with this is this girl's been getting criticized, well, from when she was in her mum's womb, because even that was a hot mess with the belly like bending and folding over and stuff. But yeah, but from when she was born, Northwest was born probably like a couple of months after. Northwest is obviously biracial, and Blue Ivy is like full black. So obviously they've always compared them. And then when Beyonce and Jay Z didn't do that hair, people started a whole petition like, "Do that baby's hair," and "Oh, she looked like her daddy," and it's just like, so who's she supposed to look like? You know what I mean? And kids change all the time. Like for me personally, I feel like she looks like Beyonce now, especially like when she's on the red carpet. You know, when she's all glammed up, she looks like Beyonce. I feel like Rumi looks like Jay-Z. She's his little twin. And I know growing up, Blue Ivy did look like Jay-Z, but now again she's more grown. She's getting into her looks, her features. You know what I mean? Now she's starting to look more like Beyonce. But yeah, she's always got ridiculed from when she was a baby, and I just love how it's like Beyonce, what she said in now let's get information. What she says in that song, the best revenge is your paper. Because with Beyonce and Jay Z, they never clap back. You know what I mean? Obviously, recently we had Kanye West talking about they have, I can't even say the word, but the R word when you're talking about people that have disabilities. And just saying all sorts. And he's saying that one time him and Beyonce had, you know what I mean, relations together. What I love about the Carters and the Knowles, which I wish I had, is that you never clap back. Because it's giving it, it's feeding it, it's giving it energy. The best revenge is with your paper. That termination, that anger, the hate, put it into your craft and you'll get them, you know what I mean? You'll get your haters even madder. But yeah, I'm ranting on, but let's get into some people's reactions.
Okay, I have some critiques on Blue's solo. I'm not trying to overstep the manager. I just feel like it could be bigger and better. So here's what I see, right? So when she comes down the stairs, we know it's Blue now. We know what the solo is, right? So I feel like instead of doing the call outs and the announcing while she's walking down the stairs, I think that it should be her dad's second verse on Deja Vu. I'm gonna show y'all what I mean. I'm gonna edit it real quick. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. And then just think about it. Like when it gets to the breakdown of the rap, and she does that little turn she do in the middle. Stop. And then it gets to the end. She walks to the end, and then it goes into the dance. Keep that. All of that. Keep that the same. And all the call outs. Keep that the same. But then at the end, when it goes, baby, I swear it's deja vu. The crowd goes, and Blue, stop. This is just a vision. Because my thing is this: my power got changed a little bit from the first performance to the middle of the performances towards the end. So I feel like if they do that, and it can also give us a Blue Ivy and Jay-Z moment for maybe one of the shows if they did that. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you.
Listen, I agree with her. Like, there could have been a couple of tweaks and stuff here, but basically, I know I couldn't play it because of copyright reasons. But she wanted us to walk out a certain part of Jay Z's verse. If you've not heard the Deja Vu featuring Jay Z, go and listen to it. But I agree. There's a certain part where he's talking about, my baby. Da, 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 da. That would have been perfect for Blue Ivy to do her little. Da, da, da. So I definitely agree with that. But overall, it was good. Um. Obviously, she was in the front a lot compared to Renaissance. I know Renaissance, she was in the front for a couple of songs and then she'd be more further back. But this time she was way up in the front. Like even Beyonce was further back sometimes. So you know what I mean? I guess she's showing off her daughter, but it did make you think like, did we come to see Blue Ivy and not you, Miss Beyonce? Like, but obviously, people are saying this is the first night. The first night's never the best. You know what I mean? Usually, it's the closing one. If she's like performing in your city or your state on the last night, you've got it good because that's like the closing show. You know what I mean? They go all out because they know after tomorrow, like the next day, they don't have to perform again. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was, you know what I mean? Considering she's 13 years old and the confidence and just she had a lot of solo moments before the other dancers came in. I'm proud of her. Like me at 13, no. And I know Beyonce would have been like, "Are you sure?" Because obviously, again, she got dragged for the Renaissance. So I know Beyonce was like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And Blue was like, "You know what, mom? I'm ready. Like as long as she's ready, she's not forcing this upon her. You know what I mean? But again, I feel like she's living her best year of her life this year. You know what I mean? She's done the Mufasa film, so that's acting. Now she's doing, you know what I mean, touring again, that's dancing, and she's so much better than last time. So now people are like, can she sing or can she rap? Like her dad's a rapper, her mum's a singer. And if she can do them three things, it's over. For you bees, it's over. You know what I mean? She's got that triple threat, like, mm-mm. And people are saying like we're not surprised, like Okay, celebrities that have kids, we're always watching like what are they gonna be? You know what I mean? Like let's use Mariah Carey. She has amazing, what I mean, vocals. She's got twins, so it's just like, and you know what? One of them can play instruments. I think her son can play, and her daughter can actually sing. So do you see what I mean? But obviously, when Mariah goes on tour, she does bring her daughter out sometimes, but it's not on the level like a Blue Ivy. So again, when people have, what I mean, when your parents are so big, people do watch like, are they gonna become a singer or are they just gonna, have that regular job kind of thing? But yeah, like I said, I agree with her. Sorry I couldn't show it all. But it was just that walk and she was just literally doing everything her mum did in the Deja Vu video. That was a long walk. I was just like, because Blue Ivy's so tall, she could actually do modeling, like, because the way she was strutting, I was just like, got a hold onto my wig, like, yo, she was snatching. Like, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, I just had to keep reminding myself, like, she's 13 years old.
All right, one more thing, and then I'm going to bed for real this
I
time.
love this
So, from
guy.
what I saw from the show, Mother wasn't moving like she usually moves. And that could be because of one of two things, right? One, this is the first show, so she's not really fully 100% comfortable with the choreography. She hasn't really set in the choreography yet. Or two, that surgery really did a fucking number on her. Like, the surgery is preventing her from moving how she used to move. It could be that, or maybe she got re-injured. I don't know. However, with that being said, I feel like that is the reason that Blue decided to take on the lead dancing role on this tour. Blue was dancing more than her mother, and I think that is because sister know that knee ain't that good. Like the cuffed runway walk that she did during the Renaissance tour, Blue did it this time. Like little things that she typically would have done in the show, Blue is now doing, which makes me think that my girl might be out of commission. But this is the first show, so I could just be over analyzing. But I think like it makes sense because Blue was dancing more than her. Like she would start the choreography and then she would just randomly stop, and it's really making me sad actually to think about it. But I guess at some point the torch has to be passed. Can Blue sing?
Right. Unfortunately, the torch has to be passed. And I love at the end, he was like, can Blue sing? Because you know what I mean? We know she can act, we know she can dance. So now everyone's like, is she a singer or a rapper? Like, but yeah, he made me laugh. Like, when he was like, Beyonce, about the surgery, and it's just like, sir, what surgery? Because there's always been rumors that she's had like BBLs and stuff. Obviously, she's a lot older now. She's in her 40s. It's time to just do less. You know what I mean? In real life, people, I won't say looking to retire, but they're cutting the hours down. You know what I mean? So obviously, like again, it's open night, the first night. So usually the artists don't do the most because it is the first night. Again, like he said, she might not know the choreography fully yet, so she just does a little da 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 da. So she did a little bit of dancing. I would just stop and just mainly sing. Obviously, when it comes to Beyonce, we come for the whole package in it. Like she gives everything. She gives hair. She gives outfits, makeup. Obviously, dance routine, vocals. You know what I mean. So we're here for everything. But yeah, Blue Ivy's definitely one to watch, and I'm sure the Carter concerts will get better and better as it goes along. But like you said, at some point, I think people are rumored saying that she's got one more album. It's meant to be like a rock and roll, so you know what I mean. She's done the dancing Renaissance one. She's done the cowboy one, and now she's meant to be doing hopefully like a rock and roll or maybe a blues type of one. And then after that, I wouldn't be surprised if Beyonce's gonna like retire after that. You know what I mean? Again, she has to pass the torch, and at some point, it's one of them. It's like who's next? Like, look how much we try and get Rihanna back in the studio, and to Rihanna, like obviously, it's not always about the money. It's about the craft and your fans and connection. Even though she's a billionaire, she's a mother now. I just feel like she's over music, you know what I mean? Like she's retired, even though she's so young, she's retired from music, and that one day that's gonna be Beyonce.
Blue Ivy needs to take that blonde out of her head. I thought that was Beyonce.
Listen, I was the same.
I thought that was my queen. Got me looking like I don't know my queen. The hive is about to kick me out. I thought that was Beyonce.
Listen, I was exactly the same. At certain points, I had to double check, especially when they had like the same outfit on. I was like, is it Blue or is it Beyonce? Like, it's crazy. And you know what's mad? I was thinking when she was doing the walk, Wait till Blue starts wearing blonde hair, it's over. Because obviously her hair's kind of that brown. It's not like fully blonde, it's like that dirty blonde color. But when she starts being more lighter, like her mom, like that blonde type of hair, it's all like we literally won't be able to tell them. It's because she's so tall as well. She's taller than her mom, but obviously when Beyonce's got heels on, they're like the same height. But she was making me laugh when she's like, "Listen, the Beehive gonna kick me out. Like, how do you not know the leader?" But she's literally Beyonce's twin at this point. Growing up, she looked just like Jay Z, and now she's a carbon copy of her mother. So I felt the same way. Like, yeah.
Remember when Carrie Hilson told Beyonce to go somewhere have some babies, and then Beyonce did, and the baby turned out to be Beyonce all over again? Honey, I hate this for the Beyonce haters because you all will simply never be free of Beyonce. Listen, I was one of those people that said maybe Blue Ivy will want to be like an entertainment attorney or something like that. Maybe she doesn't want to be a Beyonce, but honey, what we just saw, that was 19-year-old Beyonce, and this girl is 13 years old. I regret to inform you that if you're trying to do pop music or you're trying to hate on Beyonce, it's not looking too good for you because the next Supreme has risen. You can't tell me that we're not looking at 2000s Beyonce. Like,
Listen, when they say karma's a B, hmm, what he said about that Kerry Hilson, listen. And it's mad because obviously not too long ago I did a video on that. So check it out because she went viral for doing an interview at the Breakfast Club. But yeah, she was throwing daggers and shots at Beyonce the other day. But I think that one to go and sit down and have babies. No, it was at Beyonce. And then I think the dancing one was at Sierra. She was coming for both of them. But now look, karma is a B. Yeah, Beyonce continued her career, got married, had kids, and now her kid is on a bigger stage than you. Like, can you imagine? Like, it's crazy. And like he said, the Beyonce haters, the Beehive haters, they gonna be real mad. Like, literally just punch in the air. Like, cause listen, if she can sing, I hope she can rap. That'd be nice to hear her rap. It's like when Beyonce raps every now and then, people go crazy for it. Like, we love it. But yeah, she's the one to watch, Miss Blue Ivy, and she gonna be that triple threat. Like. That's why any new R&B girlies people are like, just pack up and call it a day because it ain't gonna happen. Someone, you know what I mean? Someone does need to fill Beyonce's, you know what I mean, boots once she's gone. So, you know what I mean? Right now, it's looking, it could be Blue.
Not a controversial take, but more like a fact. If Blue Ivy can sing, all of y'all need to pack it up. All the future girls need to pack it up. Because the only person that could make another Beyonce is obviously
That's all right.
Beyonce, because she literally recreated herself in this girl.
Yeah, it's true. Ask about it. Ask. Ask.
We've all seen the clips of last night's Cowboy Carter opening, and we saw Blue Ivy dancing and performing with her mother. I think it's people are shocked to see how much of a presence and command that Blue Ivy now has on stage. And this is a 13-year-old girl who's that comfortable dancing the way she is on a stadium stage. I performed on huge stages, and I could never do that. I could never do that. Even just standing and singing is no small feat. People are calling her the hardest working Nepo baby, and people are like, don't call her a Nepo baby. Nepotism means it's negative. Calling a spade, nepotism is how the world works. Whether that's in a corporate job, whether that is in medicine, whether that's in finance, whether that's in creative fields, who you know gets you far in life. And people don't have a problem with Nepo babies. People have a problem with Nepo babies without talent that make it far. It's really cool to see how generationally work ethic can either be skipped or it can be passed down to the generation. And I'm excited to see the Cowboy Carter show. What do y'all think? What do y'all think?
Guys, what did I just say in my last clip? Like, yo, pack it up. All the newbies trying to come. And like he said, yeah, obviously there's record labels that do try and create, another Nicki Minaj. Obviously that was meant to be like Cardi B. Tyler's meant to be like the new Rihanna. So these record labels do try and, get a new one, but no one can do it better than the actual person. And because she's obviously Beyonce's offspring, of course she's gonna try and push her as further as she can go. As long as Blue wants to do it and it's genuine, authentic, why not? You know what I mean? Again, like you said, no one can make another Beyonce than Beyonce. Like she said, coming from Destiny's Child, what they changed members like 3 to 4 times. So she's changed herself even from that. You know what I mean? Of course, you know what I mean? No one else can do it but B. And I loved what he said where we have to keep reminding ourselves that Blue is 13 years old and to perform on that level at that kind of stage, like he said, he's performed places before. It's not easy. Even me, like even now in my 30s, I don't know. It's one of those I'd have to be there to, you know what I mean? But I think Renaissance helped because she's done it before. I don't know if this stadium's any bigger than the last one she performed at, but obviously that helped. She knows what to expect, you know what I mean? But with Rumor, this was her first time, so she was just like, hi everyone, like, I love it. Super cute. But yeah, I agree with pretty much everything he said. Like he touched on some really good points and I agree with him. I also liked how he touched on like generational like worth ethic, on even generational wealth, like does the next generation want to continue it? Because people have businesses and then when they have a child, they don't want to continue it. Let's say, like a farmer. When you have kids, someone, I don't know, if you have 5 kids, you're praying out someone out of those 5 kids wants to continue the legacy and be a farmer. So, again, Beyonce, she's got 3 kids. Maybe none of them wanted to be in the entertainment industry. Again, sometimes a lot of celebrity kids just want that regular life slash job. You know what I mean? You can give them the best, send them to the best schools, colleges, but sometimes it just, you know what I mean? It's like Candy Boris Tucker. I'll use her. Her daughter wants to become a lawyer. I'm sure it's a music lawyer, which is interesting because obviously her mom's an artist. Well, Candy is the real definition of an entrepreneur, but she did start out as a singer in the group Escape, and then further she became a solo artist and further went on to songwriting, yada yada yada. Now she's into acting, producing, you know what I mean, live theatre, you know what I mean. So she's the true definition of an entrepreneur. So her daughters, I'm sure she's graduated now. She was in uni to become a lawyer. Her son, from what I know, he's a YouTuber, and she's got like a 5-year-old. So we don't know what she wants to be yet. But you know what I mean? Again, her daughter could have been like, Mom, I want to be a singer just like you. And she was like, Nah, I want to be a lawyer. So you know what I mean? Like you said, it's very interesting. Because sometimes kids just spend their parents' money. It's like, oh, my parents are wealthy, so I'm just gonna, chillax and just be on my parents' money. But I do like it when they continue, you know what I mean, the wealth and they get into business, or if they choose their own path but they still continue. I feel like with a mother like Candace, I'm not surprised at what a daughter wanting to be a lawyer, you know what I mean? Candy's business like brain is insane. Like I'd love to have a conversation with her. You know, like people always like, I want to sit down and talk to Jay Z. No, I want to talk to Candy Boris Tucker because her business is literally like every business idea she has, it's just golden and it just goes, platinum. Like she's trying to get that EGOT, you know what I mean? I think she's got a Grammy. What does she need now? You know what I mean? And it's mad, you know how obviously Beyonce finally got her Grammy win. What does she need now? It's something to do with the acting. So it's an Oscar. I think it's an Oscar that Candy needs. And her play that she did with Denzel Washington did really well. Like it's the most Broadway show. Like it was like the most paid or the most something along those lines. So I feel like she's gonna get her EGOT soon. I think literally it's just an Oscar award that she needs and she's got it. And one thing I love about Candy as well, she believes in, like whatever you put into the world you get back. Like I love her. Obviously I watched her a lot in Atlanta Housewives, but again, business wise, everything she touched, it just flies.
That damn Beyonce smart as hell. Do you hear me?
It
Beyonce,
certainly
let's start
is.
off like this. Beyonce needs is 43 years old, okay? Our knees don't do what they used to do in our 30s and 20s. They don't do that. But Beyonce, because she Beyonce, her fans, as we expect for her when she get on there, we expect for her to jam, baby. And she gonna jam every time. But we all know that Beyonce done had some knee issues. And that her knees 43. That says it all by itself. But let me tell you what that lady did. She got her 13-year-old baby knees up there. She said, don't worry about it. Y'all ain't gonna miss no show. Beyonce fans, we expect for her to perform at the highest level because she is the highest level. So, This lady said, let me get some assistance. And Blu Ivy said, I got you, mama. You saw how high Blue leg went up. Beyonce still jamming now. Let's not. I don't want her to say that but she ain't. Beyonce needs is 43. Beyonce need. Why? Here go another video. Blue is giving her mama everything she need for her to be. Man, when I tell you, I love this. That young lady wants to be a dancer, and her mama is giving her opportunity while helping herself. She know her fans want to see her baby, and they want to see her too. So while her knees ain't 23 no more, the 43, that Blue said, I got it, mama. Don't worry. I love Blue Ivy Carter. Love it. Beyonce, you are smart for this. This is a very strategic and smart move. I love it.
Listen, that woman is so funny. Like that knee is 43. I know that's right. Even me being in my 30s, sometimes I was dancing, I was just messing around and I heard something crick the other day and I was like, oh, you know what I mean? So everything she said was on point. Beyonce is smart as hell. It's literally killing two birds with one stone. Obviously, we want to see more of the kids, so there, let's put them, you know what I mean, on the stage. Beyonce's knees not kneeing like it's supposed to. Like she ain't that 20-year-old busting it down, and you know what I mean. Because one thing about Beyonce, she gonna get down. You know what I mean. Her dancing in heels is out of this. You know what I mean. I feel like I can dance, but I can't dance that well in heels. So when I look at Beyonce and she's just proper going in, I'm like, whoa. But yeah, I agree with what she said. This is very smart. And again, she's preparing us because soon she's gonna have to pass the torch on. You know what I mean? And a lot of people was picking up on that, like, yo, Beyonce only danced just a little bit, and this is her, world tour. But you know what I mean? Again, I think her knee was just not kneeing that night, so she just had to, you just don't overdo it. Um, I'm sure she's got her legs insured because again, you know what I mean. That's her bread and butter. We know Beyonce for dancing. You're never gonna see a performance of Beyonce and she's just stood there singing. You know what I mean. But yeah, like that woman said, I pretty much agree with everything she said.
Y'all keep calling Blue Ivy a nepotism baby, and I'm gonna go to battle every time
She's
because my little
dancing
sister is
queen.
actually talented and she danced better than your kids. No, I'm just playing. Listen, nepotism is when rich parents take opportunities from other kids just because of who they are. That is not what's happened here. This is Beyonce's platform. She didn't need to pull no strings or make something happen. She built this platform and created a lane for her daughter to shine. But make no mistake about it, that child had to earn this spot. And you can see the evolution in her growth. We think back to the beginning of the Renaissance days. Blue was so shy. We was like, hold up now, hold up. But did y'all see how she walked out there last night? Just with superstar energy. That takes work to hone. There's a difference between nepotism and legacy. Blu Ivy is carrying a legacy. And what you gotta know about legacy babies is that they still have to work. They don't just get anything handed to them. And so this is why I'm gonna go to battle for her every time, because she's been working and you can see it. I'm so proud of her. You can't inherit stage presence. You either have it or you don't. And my little sister has it.
That she can dance better than your kid too. But no, again, you got the beehives, you got people backing her now, riding hard for Blue Ivy. Like, listen, again, people were dragging off from the last tour, but you can't say nothing. You have to congratulate her in this tour. But yeah, again, you got the haters, the small people saying, "Oh, this is nepotism at its finest." Da 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 da. I agree with him. It can't be nepotism if she's not taken away from someone else or if she's not talented and she's too. This is Beyonce's tour. This is not Lady Gaga's tour or Katy Perry's tour. This is Beyonce's. She's the offspring of Beyonce. So Beyonce can put whoever she wants on that stage. She could only have Blue Ivy on that if she wanted to. Guess why? Because it's her tour. You know what I mean? And what else did he say? Yeah, taking talent. Like, she's actually talented. You know what I mean? Now, no shade, but when Northwest did that Lion King performance, it was terrible. And real child actors and performers and theatre performers had to come out and express their feelings, because you know what I mean. There was loads of the thing with acting, yeah. Because I know actors in real life who have, you know what I mean, been on shows in the UK. It's not easy. It's one of the most, stressful jobs, from, getting the lines, from casting, all the practicing. Like literally they could give you the job and then just out of nowhere, they either cut your part in it if it's a TV show, or you know what I mean, just last minute they're changing it. So with that, I think they had someone, and then out of nowhere, Northwest got picked, and it's just like, can you imagine practicing training? Because with live theatre, it's obviously you're singing, you're dancing, obviously you're acting on top of that. It's just a lot, and then costume, makeup, it's a lot. Being under those lights, you got to remember your lines. And then can you just imagine? So these are children, so you gotta think they're still kids, even though they're, you know what I mean, learning lines and stuff. But then can you imagine, you think you've got the part and then out of nowhere, Northwest gets the part, and like I know the reason why she got that part. Obviously with that game, you can't be a hater. So if Northwest was the best fit and the better actor, then fair enough. But that performance was terrible. I'll see if I can find it just to like slide it in here. But her singing, it was just one of those like screechy where you're just like, you know what I mean? Like, how you gonna do Lion King like that? And you know what I find really funny after that? Like, obviously she got dragged with that, and then probably a year later, then Blue Ivy's in Mufasa. It's just like, like, do you see? Like, and again, the fandoms have always put those two against each other. It is sad that they don't chill with each other. Like, how could their dads do an album, go on tour, but they never play or have play dates or play with each other? It's really sad. But I agree with everything he said in his clip.
One of my favorite things about Beyonce is how she refuses to let anyone or anything interfere with her performances.
She's a real
Oh,
girl.
Michelle just fell. I'm going to keep singing. Oh, I just fell down a flight of stairs. I'm going to keep singing. Oh, my hair got stuck in a fan. I'm going to keep singing. Oh, fan grabbed me off stage. I'm going to keep singing. Oh, someone didn't turn on the lights on their cue. I'm going to sing that they're getting fired. Like, she does not let anything phase her at all.
Listen, this is why I don't understand how people can hate. She is the GOAT. I forgot to say at the beginning of this video, obviously the prices for these tickets were crazy. So she did struggle selling them at the beginning. You had people like 50 Cent, there's little haters, little news reporters saying, oh, this tour's gonna flap. Because again, in the music industry, they're always comparing her to Taylor Swift. They're like, oh, if this was a Swiftie concert, it would have sold out by now, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, this is open night. Did your girl sell out or did your girl sell out? Like, she did it, and it's just like, come on, man. This is Beyonce's internet right now. You're watching me on Beyonce's internet. Of course she was gonna sell out. Like, don't be stupid. But yeah, like she said, this is why Beyonce's the GOAT. How, for me, it was the stairs and the fan. How can those two things happen and she's still performing? That's a GOAT right there. You think, so me, I fell the other day, like I've been falling a lot recently. I don't know what's going on. So I was skating, and a guy on a bike, he didn't let me know he was there, so we almost collided. He went round, and I went whoop whoop, and I fell. But when I drop, I have to laugh because it's funny. You know what I mean? Like, kids usually fall in, not adults, so it's funny. And then I was trying to get up in my skates. It was a it was a hot mess. But how can she fall down those flight of stairs, and that hurt, and she just carried on performing? Like, that Michelle one, obviously Michelle was on the whole other side, so that was kind of like obvious, like, there, of course I'm gonna continue to perform. For me, it was Kelly, because Kelly had to step over Michelle. Yeah, the fan. That's scary. Like, that could be really dangerous. Like, what do you mean? My hair got stuck in a fan. And then you had the fan dragging her off stage. Child, but this is why she is the GOAT, and I love that that woman put all those clips together. Like, this is why we love you, Beyonce. But yeah, guys, that is it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of Blue Ivy? Is she better at her craft or does she still need to practice? Please like, comment, and subscribe and share this video. Stay safe and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.